Introducing the Zephyr 300. As you'll see, it's extremely small and light, weighs 8 ounces, and there's no V-wedge on there, Jens. Why is that?
Well, because we're taking the V-wedge off the Panasonic camera itself, and we're going to reuse this part on the Zephyr.
That's nice. You know, the cool part of that is that this is a stainless part, and it allows us to cut a lot of costs. So now the Zephyr 300 is the cheapest lightweight support plate we have. It's less than the Zephyr, and originally when we were going to use, when we saw the camera and we noticed that no plate on the planet goes on that camera.
Right, because the design of the bottom of this camera is different than all these other ones that would use this and just remove this part.
Right.
It's different.
So, you know, originally we were talking about it and we were like, oh, maybe we'll make like this little spacer device that will go like up into the camera and then this can mount to it, but then we realized, uh-oh.
Yeah, extra parts, and then you'd have to, you know, raise the back as well with another separate part. So really the best thing economically as well as efficiency is to just modify one of our normal Zephyrs into a Zephyr 300.
Yeah, exactly. So we made changes to this red part only. And when you take this part off the camera, you remove these three screws and they actually take this V-wedge off there and you mount that V-wedge onto this plate, and you'll see when we go and we actually try it on, the screws, so they drive through this V-wedge.
Which is an advantage actually. It's actually stronger that way. This, which is bearing most of the weight, is screwed directly into the camera body.
So let's do this. Let's go and we'll try it on the camera and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
All right, cool.
We will be reusing the Panasonic triangle here, as you'll see in a second.
And it's a stainless part, so it's kind of an expensive part to make. Why should you have extra metal cut? It's not good for the environment and it's just waste. So we're going to reuse that part.
So these Panasonic screws will be replaced by...
So what you're saying is when you buy the Zephyr 300, you're going to get these,
yes,
these 4 new screws. Again, this is just a prototype plate. It's not going to look like this.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so that's nice. Oh wow, that fits beautifully like that. Actually, this is a much better idea than when we first talked about using that spacer.
Yeah, our first inclination was to just put a simple spacer in there because of these camera stubs that are sticking up. All right, here's Panasonic's V-wedge that we are reusing from the HPX300. We're going to put that right onto the Zephyr 300 and even reusing their screws. I think most of the weight is bared by the triangle, and the fact that it's screwed directly into the camera versus to a plate to the camera is stronger.
These were always kind of rinky-dinky screws anyways. We always had sort of stability problems with these kinds of plates.
I also like the fact that we're reusing parts that came with the camera.
I agree with you. Wait, let me grab this thing. I just want to feel it. Oh yeah, that is rock solid.
Yeah, that's solid.
Oh, that's beautiful.
All right, I'm going to put it on my shoulder.
It's kind of elegant too. Nice. So a couple of issues to look at right here. You can see that some plates have an issue where they actually can bang you in the chest. Here you can see that plate ends before it even gets to anywhere near his chest.
Of course, this is adjustable up and down, side to side.
And you can get your fingers up in here if you need to do. That's sort of a new design in the Zephyr. A lot of these buttons are hard to reach sometimes coming through here, although you have a lot of room in this particular camera. But you can do it either way.
Even better. All right.
Let's try it on a plate. Lovely. Okay, great. See now, oh wow, that's really rock solid, Jens. For these types of setups, that's great.
Even seems more than normal.
Yeah. Well, again, we have 7 screws and you're screwing into the frame of that camera with something beefy, you know, a big thick screw. Okay, so like look here. The nice part is very low profile here, and again, had we used that spacer, we would have been jacking the front of this camera up, and it would have been sort of always in the upward shooting mode unless we started jacking up the heel.
But now you got 2 pieces to work with.
Yeah, you got instability issues. This is really nice. All right, let's put this thing together, Jens.
All right, here's a little sneak preview of a new part we got coming. What are we calling this?
Oh, great, you got that. I don't know.
Well, tentatively it's the Z crank now, but maybe people out there can help us come up with something.
Yeah, if you got an idea how to name this, it's a much larger knob that gives you this just great ability to you know, it also makes the, how do you say that? It makes the rotation greater.
Right, so for a finer tuned move, but
Yeah.
also you can add a crank to that, the crank handle, which
Yeah.
we don't have here right now.
We have a crank handle that's coming at NAB, and we have this thing, the Brody, where you can actually use it like a
whirl head, yeah.
like a geared head. Okay, terrific. So what do you think, Jens? That was pretty cool.
Solid,
Yeah.
I love it. Clicks right in,
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
It was easy to install, you know. I thought at first, because they changed the design on the bottom, it'd be difficult, but it was probably even easier.
Right. There's just something great about that weight, size, shape, and design. Okay, so let's talk about the Zephyr 300. 565.
Perfect price point.
Yeah, I mean it's the cheapest LWS plate we have. You know, at that our Zacuto quality level. I mean, this thing is it is as strong or stronger than any one we have.
Right, that'll be perfect for that inexpensive camera as well.
Yep.
So if somebody wants this, where are they going to be able to get it?
Well, they can contact their normal dealer. Any Zacuto dealer worldwide has these plates or will have them by NAB or before, and they can buy them there. They can see us at NAB if they want to. They can also go on our website if they want to. But I'm pretty excited. I think this is a great camera. I know we're going to have a bunch in rentals. I can't wait to use it ourselves.
It's the first of its kind for that camera.
Yeah. So the Zephyr 300, man.
Get one.